Good morning, everyone. Bernie here. Taking a drive this morning. I'll post part of this on the St. Lucie metal detecting channel because just want to explain myself for not putting up any videos lately. Been working on the Corvair, as most of you have seen, and that is priority right now. So all the metal detecting and magnet fishing is put on hold.
Third exit onto Southeast South Bend Boulevard.
Oh, stop. Everything's been put on hold until I get the car complete. It's supposed to be done by June 1st, but it's not going to be done until at least July, unless I'm lucky and things move a little quicker than planned.
4.2 miles, turn right onto Southeast.
All right, I gotta shut her up. Okay, anyway, I got the engine completely rebuilt on it. The engine compartment is done. Now I'm working on rust and interior. I am en route to get a new speedometer dash cluster. I got a really good deal on it, so that's where I'm heading to right now. So I figured I'd just do a quick video so you guys know what's going on, and I will be back to metal detecting when the time comes. But it's the slow time here in Florida. You know, nor'easters have stopped. We're not in hurricane season yet, so I'm not going out there to find nickels and dimes. I want the treasure. So that being said, I want to thank everybody for following along, and those of you who have jumped over to the Godfather Custom Bernie channel on YouTube, thank you for following the Corvair build. If any of you want to jump over there and see what's going on, feel free. Maybe I will put this weekend's work on this video, and you can check out what I'm doing. But feel free to jump over to the other channel, comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Everybody out there, I do watch your videos. I just time is limited, so you know, I'll throw a thumbs up out there, and I'm not commenting though. I don't have the time. You know, between work and coming home and working after work and trying to get this thing done, it's very time consuming. So I watch videos in the morning when I'm waiting to go to work, and at lunchtime, maybe a little bit before bed. So I try to glimpse at everybody's stuff. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you when I get back to detecting. Later. Hey guys, Bernie here. What time is it? 5:30 in the evening. Worked on the engine today. Got the engine seal in all the way around. Got everything wired. So everything is where it needs to be. So we're about ready to get this thing started. Got the accelerator linkage in. Got the fuel line in, going back. What else? I'm getting ready to put the engine ground in. Got the oil pressure hooked up. Got the temperature sensor hooked up. Got got the thermostat bellows in. I don't know if you remember, back down here there used to be two holes, right there and right there. I found those at California Corvairs. I got the bellows, the rod, and the doors, and the hinges that the doors sit on. So those are complete. What I'm going to do is I ordered this. What the heck did I do with it? This hose. It was like 45 bucks. Now I don't need it. A few people told me I'm going to use it just for aesthetics. That right there, I'm going to seal that. This way I don't lose any cooling to the engine. And I'm going to I'll seal it and then run the hose over the sealed section. So this way it looks stock. Right now I'm working on the deck lid. I'm working on the light. Got the bumpers in. What else? Let's see. On the inside of the car, I took off that side over there, the vent, which is right here. I just wanted to get that out because I got to cut rust out on that side. What else am I working on? Oh, the dash panel. I went to Palm City this morning. I don't know if I'm going to keep that clip in here or not. And I picked up a new, used new dash panel. And what I did was I put most of the gauges in here, so look how pretty this looks now. Clockworks. Manifold we're not going to have because that's the manifold boost. That's for turbo. We'll just leave it in there. Got new RPMs, new speedometer, and we're at 49,000 instead of 109,000. Gas gauge is new. Temperature is new. So we're all wired up and ready to put that in. The old one I'm going to hang on to, I think, which is right there. It was well worth the purchase. You can't find the parts for the speedometers or tacks or any of that stuff. So I got that done. What else did I do? I hooked up the fuel lines underneath, put the fuel filter in the back. I've yet to put the fuel filter in the front because I want to have one at the tank and one at the right before the engine. Let's see, what else am I working on today? Like I said, I'm working on this here. This is the trunk light. Need to get a bulb for that. But that's pretty much it. I spent most of my day putting the cluster together, taking it apart, cleaning it, painting the inside pieces so that it looks all pretty and new in there. And I'm gonna get that in once the dash is painted. So I gotta finish this area up, sand the dash down, and finish painting the dash. The dash will look good when it's all done. You see that right there. I gotta do that side of the door. Back there is done. This side back here is done. I got Raptor liner over there. I was hoping to get that done inside today, but that doesn't look like that's going to happen. I will probably do that tomorrow. I'll get all of this stuff out of here, clean this out, tape off the upper doors, tape off the dash, and shoot rock. This way this has got a nice coat of clean rock in it, and I can start putting the seats in, getting them covered up, taping off the interior, and then I don't have to worry about that. Then I'll move to the front and get this rocked up here. Got the hinge in over there, got the broken bolt out last week, and installed the hinge. I want to get that hinge cut off the hood so I can get the hood on. I got to rock the underneath of the hood. So maybe I'll leave the hood off until I get that done. I got to get the latch in and all of that stuff. There's lots of little tiny things to do. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to get this piece I'm cleaning up right now. I don't know what I did with it. I've had 2 beers and I can't find out where I'm doing things here. Lost what I was working on. It's here somewhere. I'll come across it in a minute. The lens for the light up here. All right, well that's what I got for you right now. We're almost about complete in the engine bay, so that's a good thing. Tomorrow I'm going to work on, like I said, I'm going to try to get that rocked and maybe start on some welding. What I need is a week off to go full force on this, but that ain't gonna happen for a few months. So I only got 8 months left to go until I retire and go on 20-hour work weeks, and then I'll have time to myself. So there you have it. So I'm going to be updating again, maybe later, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Talk to you guys in a bit. All right, I got another update for Saturday evening at 6:30. There's a significance to this. Do you know what the significance is? The back is silver. Just that section. All courses, that back insert was silver. I just found that out a couple days ago, so I guess as you go, you learn things. So she is now silver, and it still needs to be cleared when everything else is done, but the back and the trunk is done. This will get taped off, and then I'll complete the rest of the bodywork. This will probably get another coat of silver before I finish all the paint. It'll get scuffed down one time and another coat of base on it. So I figured I needed something to fill in my extra time that I didn't want to get started on anything, anything big. So I taped this off, sanded it down, and get a coat on it. So yeah, there you have it. It's going to look pretty cool. Once everything else, wonder what the contrast is going to look like with the, yeah, that'll look all right. Root beer and silver, meant to be, I guess. So I like about base coat, it dries quick, real quick. Yeah, that's gonna look nice. And like I said, it's gonna go in stages. I'll figure out things I need to do and what I want to get done, and I'll just take one step at a time. Each thing I get done is one step closer to driving. I think I moved, I don't know if I told you, I moved up my my completion date. Completion date is now July. Hopefully July 1st. I'd like to have it ready for July 4th. There's a bunch of car shows around town. But yeah, that's gonna look cool. That's gonna look very cool. Didn't get any overspray on the inside, which is good. I don't know where all the flies are coming from. My God, they come out in the evening. Look at them all. It's not like I have garbage cans open or food laying around, unless they like the smell of paint. There you have it. One more area done. All right, I'll be updating more tomorrow. Stay tuned. Talk to you soon. Morning, everyone. Bernie here. Sunday morning at 9:05. Did you ever get to the point where you have so much to do and you want to get it done, but you don't want to do anything? Yeah, that's today. So I'm out here in the garage. I just got out here. I am going to finish my coffee and then get to work on that. I'm going to give you a closer look at the speedometer cluster. How much nicer this one is than the one that I had in there. Let me pull down the one I bought yesterday so you could see the differences. I'm just going to figure out how to make it stand up. The one I'm putting in is a little dusty. I just have to clean it off. Let me pull the one I got yesterday up. and we'll go over this real quick. Gotta touch the thing. That's the tack. I guess the view is not really that good. That's the old tack that I put in the one I bought yesterday. And here's the difference in the new tack. Much cleaner. And it's pretty much all the same. All of the numbers and needles are brighter, and it's just so much better. And the speedometer has the bottom trip counter numbers are there. The one I took out of this one, I put back in the old one, because I'll probably sell this as rebuildable. But there's no numbers on the trip meter. Clock don't work. Has to be rebuilt, and there's rust inside it and stuff like that. So the only thing I did not change was the manifold inches for the turbo, which I'm not using, and the one I had in mind is better looking than the one that was in there, or that came with the other one. So that was the only really good looking one. Everything else I changed except for the clock and the manifold. So what I'm going to do today is try to get the interior started. Let me open the garage doors so I can see what the hell's going on here. Get a little bit more light in the garage. There we go. So in here, I just got to get all this stuff out. I'm going to take out that cardboard back there. I think I'm going to take that out. I'm afraid to see what's under it. It's going to be one of those deals. Cardboard stays wet. There's rust under there, and I don't want to see more rust. But everything in here, I'm going to rock, except for the fuel pedals and the directional, not the directional headlight button and shifter. I'll tape off, but everything else is getting rocked. I got to put tape in all the holes where there's threads for the seats, so that doesn't get ruined or get filled with rock, because once that rock is in there, you cannot get it out. And there's no putting the bolts in unless you rethread them. So that's probably what I'm going to do today. I'm going to finish sanding the top of that door and the front of that door, get this dash filled so I can get this all painted so I can start putting the interior in. That'll be a big piece of the project that will show a lot of accomplishment. So let me get to it, and I will update as I go along. See you. All right, a little noisy, but I'm all taped off and ready for rock. I ran the rock wheel over everything, and everything was looking pretty damn good. I got all tape in the holes where all the screws are. I realized that two of the posts for the passenger seat are broken off, the bolts that come up from the bottom, so I'm going to have to drill those out and put new bolts in there. But we're getting ready to spray here shortly. I'm just waiting for the compressor to get enough air. It's almost there right now, so I'll get back on as soon as I'm done shooting this. Alright, I figured I'd just give you guys a quick lesson on Raptor liner. This is how easy this stuff is. Open the Raptor liner container. This is black. You can get it in tintable, and you can add 4 ounces of whatever color you're painting your vehicle. Put 8 ounces of hardener. That comes with a nifty little measuring cup and a can of hardener. Take that, tilt the camera up a little bit, and you just add the hardener to the container. Try not to spill it. My arm is probably in the way, but that's just me. Don't get the hardener on your hands, it's really sticky. Put your cap on. Shake for 2 minutes. It's that simple. And then you can get the Raptor gun. I think if you order a kit, they come with the gun. I know some of the kits don't come with guns anymore, so you got to make sure the gun comes in it. Get yourself just a cheap regulator. This is like a $6 regulator from Harbor Freight, and you want to shoot at 60 pounds, 60 psi, and you stay about 18 to 24 inches away from your whatever you're spraying, and you cover it up, and then you'll notice you have shiny spots and dull spots. What you do is you increase your distance about maybe 30 inches away, and you mist the whole area, and it'll even everything right out. So it's one of the simplest things to do. So like if you have a bed in your truck and you want to do it, don't be afraid. It's easy, easy, easy. I've done my first time using this. I did my Jeep, and I shot the whole Jeep in like an hour, and it came out really nice. So pretty good stuff. You know, they have Line X and all of that stuff. You can get some of the stuff stinks like dead fish. This is not so bad. It's got a chemical smell to it. Maybe that's why I am the way I am. But do use a respirator, because this stuff gets into your lungs and hardens. Cancel Christmas. But there you go. Free advertisement. And I'm not getting paid for this. This is just what I use, and I like it. So it is what it is. Talk to you guys later. Alright guys, 30 minutes later. I don't know how good you're going to be able to see it, but that's it. Package tray is all done back here. I don't know how good you can see it there. Let's see if I can get this light without dropping it into the finish. Yeah, you can't see it. Very hard to see. But it's all done. And that's just basically a protective coating for the floor. That's it. The floor is in good shape. There's one patch up here in the front that I ain't even going to mess with. And it looks okay. So now when that dries, I could lay the carpet, put the seats in. I'm not going to do the headliner because there's going to be spraying up around the headliner. So, and then once all that interior is in, then I am going to tape it all off. And I'm going to tape it off from the glass inwards. So, you know, I'll put the glass partial way up, tape the glass, then put the glass down, and then tape in here. This way no overspray gets on the glass or anything. So I got about 3 hours of wait time on this before it's dry. Now I got to figure out what else I'm going to do. I can't get in the car to do anything because it's all wet. And I don't want to make no dust. Maybe I'll start welding up here in the front. I'll get this all cleaned out. And I'll start my welding. I got to make pieces for down there. And down there. Got to weld the pan in. So that looks like the plan of attack today. And then once that's done, this is getting rocked, this whole area. And that'll be a protective coating. I'll clean up all that surface rust up there. Get some seam sealer and put some new seam sealer down around, especially around where the master cylinder goes. Because that old seam sealer there is probably soaked with brake fluid, so it's going to be hard to coat that with anything. So I'll dig all of that out and start fresh. And I believe the rock, I'm going to bring the rock all the way up like I did in the back. I'm going to bring it up in here, at least up to the to where the gasket goes. And then I may rock all inside here, or just do that flat black once it's all sanded down and cleaned up. All right, I got to get to it. See you in a bit. Tell you what, that's a great little welder. I don't like it for flux core, but for just straight welding with gas, it's great. trunk bottom is stitched in. Now a little bit of grinding, smooths it out. That's one giant project out of the way. Got this piece in. As you remember, there's a big long piece there which is not in yet, but the small piece is in. Got that piece in. And I think the next thing I'm going to do is get the door, put it up on top, and actually, no, I may just go over here and weld this piece. Rock is almost, oh, it is dry. Rock is dry. I could test fit the carpet. How about that? I may just weld that piece in. I got to see if I got a piece of metal that big first. If I do, that's going to happen next. If I don't, then I will take this piece here and get that in there and get that all shaped out. Alrighty, see you in a minute. Alright, well, I got that piece in. Looking pretty good. Just got a little bit more grinding and some sealer, seam sealer on it. Down here I've got half of this grinded down. And it's just tight. It's loud and tight getting in there. I gotta go get me some earplugs to put in. I got a big chunk done so far. I'm gonna start looking for a piece for down here. See if I can get that tack welded in. I don't know if I have something big enough or not. If I do, I will. I gotta go get some sheet metal this week, because I'm pretty much at the welding stage now. I gotta finish this and that will complete this side, except for a piece on the door on the inside that I gotta do. That piece is done, and I gotta work on the other side. And I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is a good thing. I'll update soon. Alright guys, what do we got done? I think I showed you that already. That is completed. The pan is in, it's welded in, first coat of filler. This part over here is welded in, first coat of filler. I didn't do anything on the other side yet with the filler. I'm just trying to get the trunk done for now. That's in. This will be rocked. Underneath will be rocked, so you don't see any seams or anything like that. Then I got to do that section over there, this section over here, that section down there, and then whatever's on this side. So we're at what time are we at here? We're getting pretty tired, so we're 2:32. I think I'm gonna put a skim coat on this stuff and knock it down, and then call it a day. Next weekend's another weekend, so I got 2 more weekends before my daughter's wedding, so I'm hoping to get a lot of stuff done. I'm looking pretty close to being in June again. With as fast as this stuff is going, we still may call it beginning of June, middle of June, instead of July. But that's depending on parts again. This part here, still no word. I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, can it be done without it? Yeah, it can be done without it. And I don't need it on there, and keep the windows down. But, you know, I'd like to have it complete when it rolls out of here. All right, there you have it. I'll update before I end the day. All right, rough cut is done. One more little skim coat and sand it with some 80 grit, and then that's ready to rock. Got the carpet laid out. Not too happy with Clark's carpeting. It's pretty crappy for the price. Forget how much I paid, a couple $100, but maybe it'll lay down, I don't know. It's real wrinkly, and it was in a round roll, so I don't know what the hell's the deal with that. And you gotta glue it down. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather be able to take it up if I have to. But you'd think they would have the shifter cut out and the paste for the gas pedal cut out. They don't have any of that. The light high beam switch, none of that's cut out. You got to do all the cutting. This is what they do, Corvairs, and it seems that they don't know what they're doing, because that should be cutouts. Sorry, that's just the way I feel, because I do a lot of restorations at work, and that's the way stuff comes. It even said open box immediately, and that's what I did. Pretty wrinkly. I'll have to bring my heat gun home from work, or get my steamer out and try steaming this smooth and see if it gets any better. The fit is okay. I don't like that they left those two spots out. Why? You couldn't give somebody 2 foot by 4 inches on each side, so the whole thing looks like it's complete. I don't know. I should have had custom upholstery done, but it's gonna have to suffice for now. I ain't spending no more money, so I'm already up to my neck in this car. I can't. I mean, I know I have to get the windshield and the clear coat. Those are the last 2 things I got to buy. But those are, they're built into the price, and price is way more. I mean, yeah, if I sell it, I'll make a profit, but still, it's way higher than I thought it was going to be. And like they say, I got $20 to death on this car. All right, so that's in. The interior's rocked. I may lay the back seat in there. We'll see. It's already, I think, 3:30. I don't know. 3:11. I'll give it another hour, and I'm done for the day. Alrighty, folks. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you either in a little bit or next week. Alright, folks. One last update for the day. Got my tools all together to go back to work tomorrow. What I did was I took out the old glove box and assembled the new glove box and put that in. That was a little worn out, I guess. So the new glove box is in. I was going to put the trim on, but I got to strip it because I don't like the way the edges are flaking. I'm going to strip that. I may even strip that one again and redo that. This way they're both the same. So, more work to slow me down a bit. I guess that's all. I got the vent stuff out for that goes there, and I got some back seat stuff. I want to let these carpets rest for a week and see if they lay down. And then maybe next weekend I'll put the rear seat in. Leave the front seats out. I gotta find bolts. I brought all kinds of bolts home from work. Wrong thread size. Seems to be, I got a lot of coarse, and I got coarse bolts at work. I got, these seem to be fine thread standard. So I gotta find some of those. Because I've got metric coarse and I got metric standard, and neither one fit. So I was trying to use hardened bolts, because they are seats, number 8s. So I'm gonna have to go buy some regular bolts. So I'm shutting things down for the day, and I'm gonna get this video uploaded and then maybe go out to dinner. You guys have a great rest of your week. and I will see you on my next update. Later.